Yo, what's up YouTube fam? Welcome to today's video, the Blow Up episode 7, 8. I don't even know what episode we're on, to be honest, but if you're new to this channel, all we do around here is we get these gains, bro, and not just muscular gains. I'm talking about financial gains, I'm talking about mindset, I'm talking about personal development, uplifting yourself and the people around you. That's what we do out here. We stay away from drama, we stay away from bullshit and anything that doesn't make us into better people, all right? So if you're new, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, stay up to date with all the new videos coming out. Today, we're specifically focusing on my shoulder workout, all right? I'm about to go hit the shoulder workout. I'm gonna show you guys what we're doing. We're trying to blow up. You feel me? We're trying to blow these shoulders up. We got a show we're competing in next year. So right now we're in the off season. We're just trying to put on as much mass as we can, as much muscle as we can, while still staying proportionate, focusing on the physique that I want to have in the future. And I'm just documenting my journey. I'm bringing you guys along with me, showing you guys my workouts, showing you guys how I'm eating, and along that, you know, the things that I'm learning along the way in this blow up process, all right? Because we blowing up, baby. So I'm gonna take you guys with me to the gym, show you guys all the workouts we're doing. Today's gonna be an intense workout. The workouts are always down in the description, so make sure you go check that out. By the way, I have a broken pinky right now. When I was out in DC last week, I fell, but hey, we can't let something this little stop us. What? Nah, come on, man. We got work to do. We got things to get done, so let's go get them done. I'm gonna catch you guys at the gym. Alright y'all, so I'm going to be taking you guys through today's shoulder workout. Now, for those of you who are new, or maybe you're just unaware, your shoulder has 3 heads, right? So you have your anterior deltoid, you have the lateral deltoid, and then you have the posterior deltoid. So there's 3 heads to your shoulder. You can call them the front delt, side delt, rear delt. It's easier terms, right? And so when you do your shoulder workout, you want to target these separately, and you want to make sure you're hitting all 3 heads, right? Now, this first exercise that we're doing here, we're starting with some rear delts, right? That's going to be the posterior deltoid in the back there. You work that muscle anytime you're pulling backwards like this, or you're pulling towards you like this. Okay, so anytime your elbow is really kind of moving back like this, you're going to be focusing on that rear deltoid. So what we're starting here is we're doing these reverse flies, reverse machine flies. This is probably my favorite rear delt workout of all time. I feel like it's the most efficient in terms of, like, I feel it worked the muscle the most out of any other exercise. And so what we're doing specifically here to warm up our shoulders and to just kind of get the workout going, we're starting with 100 reps. All right, so it's gonna be 10 sets of 10 with 10 seconds rest in between each set. So you want to go for a weight that's a little lighter than you know, you normally would hit for 10, because you want to make sure you'll be able to endure all 10 sets. I think I was probably using like 85 pounds or something like that here. So you're just going to do 10 reps, you're going to put it down, you're going to count down from 10, you're going to do another 10 reps, put it down, and then you're going to keep doing that till you get to 100. All right, I know it sounds like a lot. I promise it's not that bad. Okay, just push through it. You should start struggling around, you know, 50 reps. That's when you should really start feeling it burning. I want you to try to keep the weight the same the entire time, but if you can't, if you need to drop it, then drop the weight. All right, don't be scared to drop it, but just make sure you're keeping it intense. Make sure you're pushing yourself. Once we finished up there with those 10 sets of 10, we moved on to start the first main movement that we're going to be doing, which is going to be this shoulder press, right? The shoulder press is going to mostly work that front delt, right? That anterior deltoid. That's what's going to help you kind of look more full from the front. That's what's going to make your shoulders look kind of bigger. And so you're working that anterior deltoid anytime your arms are coming up like this, or anytime you're pressing upwards. All right, that's going to work that anterior deltoid, that muscle right there. And so we're starting with some shoulder press with some seated dumbbell shoulder presses. This is a compound, this is like a staple movement for shoulders. I did 2 to 3 warm-up sets, kind of moving up in weight. And then my first working set, we're doing 5 sets total. All right, 5 working sets. I think I was using maybe 85s or something like that, 85-pound dumbbells, and we're doing sets of 10. Okay, so you want to focus on keeping that chest popped up and just pressing upwards. Okay, it's a very simple movement. It's one of the most effective movements for growing your shoulders for sure. And we want to keep it simple. Okay, so we're doing 5 sets of 10. On that last set, though, it's not going to be a regular set. You're going to do your 10 reps, and then immediately after, you're dropping the weight. You're picking up a lighter weight. You want to cut it at almost about half. So I think I was doing like 35s for my drop set. You're going to drop the weight, you're going to pick up the lighter weight, and you're going to rep it out for another 10 reps. Okay, so that last set is going to be a total of 20 reps. For rest time, you can rest anywhere between a minute to a minute and a half between each set. That's kind of up to you, how, like, the level of intensity you want it at. The shorter the rest time, the more intense it's going to be, the harder it's going to be. The more rest time you give yourself, it's going to be a little easier in terms of, like, you'll be able to do more reps. You'll have recovered more. So there's an argument for both sides. You can train it however you would like to train it. I usually, on movements like this, like to rest about 1 minute. Alright, so now we're moving on to the lateral delts, alright, the side delts. Now these are really important because when you see someone from the front, that lateral delt is kind of what you really see when you see somebody. It kind of gives you almost that width, it makes your arms look bigger, and it's also one of the harder ones, one of the harder muscles to grow in my personal experience, right? I've always had a lot of trouble growing that lateral delt. And so what we're doing here, like, listen, me as an ectomorph, as a hard gainer, somebody I've been training for 7 years now, and it's always been a challenge for me to grow muscle. I have to make my workouts as intense as I possibly can to really break down that muscle, because the way you grow muscle is really by breaking it down, and then when you sleep, it recovers, right? It grows bigger and stronger. So after years of working out, I feel like I need to raise the intensity more in order to keep growing at the rate that I want to grow. So what we're doing here, I've always pushed my lateral delts extremely hard because I know how important it is to grow that muscle, and I want it to look good. So what we're doing is we're doing 10 reps, right? 10 regular reps with a heavier weight. So I think I was using 30s or 35s. So it's a total of 10 reps. And the reason we're doing these seated is because it minimizes the amount of sway and momentum you're using, right? So you don't want to be swinging them up like this, because then that makes it too easy. You're not really working the muscle as much, right? So we're doing 10 total reps. Of the 35s of the heavier weight. You're going to drop that weight down. You're going to do a superset with about half. I think I was using 20s. So with 20s, I do another 10 reps, put them down, then you're picking up the heavier weight again, and this time you're only doing partials, right? So this is where you don't go all the way up anymore. You kind of do like a halfway motion like that, and that's really just meant to help completely burn out your shoulders and kind of recruit a little bit more of those muscle fibers that sometimes you might neglect if you just stop there, because you can really push your lateral delts a lot more than most people think you can. They're capable of a lot. So that's just a tip to help you push past failure a little bit more. So for this next exercise, we're doing these bent over rear delt flies. I really wanted to do face pulls. If you have available at your gym to do cable rope face pulls, you can do those instead. My gym was like completely packed out, so there was none available. We ended up doing these instead, some bent over rear delt flies with the dumbbells. You really don't want to go super heavy on this one. You want to focus on the form. You want to focus on bringing it down slow, controlling that negative portion of the movement. And we did 3 sets of 10 reps. Sorry, 3 sets of 12 reps with those dumbbells. And then immediately after, taking some bands here. You see how I'm just kind of pulling them apart and just bringing my arms out. It's kind of like a fly, I guess, almost like a face pull. These I found to be really good. I don't know the name of this exercise, to be honest with you, but I found these to be really good. They help you burn out the shoulder, and again, help you go past failure just a little bit more. So we supersetted those with 15 reps of those band pulls. So that was it for rear delts. Now we're going back to doing one more exercise. We're going to be supersetting the front delt and the side delt, so that way we'll have hit each head of the shoulder 2 times with 2 different movements. Okay, so now what we're doing here is we're doing these seated easy bar front raises. And again, the reason we're doing these seated is so that we're not swaying as we're doing it, like if you were to do it standing, right? You want to be firm against the seat, and we're only going for 10 reps. Now what's really important with this movement is you make sure that it doesn't actually touch your legs or your knees. If you look closely, you can see I'm stopping right before it touches my legs, and then I'm coming back up, right? Because you want to recruit your muscle there right at the bottom and bring it back up before it touches, so that you don't lose the tension in your shoulder. So it's going to be 10 total reps of that. Immediately after, we're supersetting with these, I don't know what you call them around the world, or lateral raises. I don't know what you would call them, but they're basically like lateral raises, but you're coming all the way up above your head. You're pretty much touching the dumbbells together and controlling it back on the way down. All right, you really want to focus on not losing the tension. Okay, so like especially when you come down, don't relax. Don't let your arms just fall. Don't lose the tension. Try to keep the tension and bring it right back up. I promise you, this is going to be one of the most ridiculous pumps you'll ever have if you do these 2 exercises properly, all right? Because it's a ton of tension, a ton of intensity in these movements, but you have to do them right. Don't cheat them, all right? Don't be relaxing at the bottom. Make sure you keep that tension throughout the entire time. Go light. I think I was only using like 30-pound. The easy bar was only 30 pounds, and then for the lateral raises I was using like 10 pounds or maybe 12.5, something like that. So we're going extremely light, but the point is to keep that intensity high. Alright, so just make sure you do that. Try to keep that form straight. Try not to do too much swaying, too much movement around. That's why we're doing these seated, so that we're planted into the seat. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this workout. I hope you guys try it out. Let me know in the comments if you like it. Like always, the workout is in the description. Make sure you take that, screenshot that, share that, do whatever you want with that. But push yourself, man. For those of you who are new to the channel, this is what I do, man. I share with you guys my personal experiences, the workouts that I like to do, the meals that I like to eat, and just vlogging and showing you guys my process. Like I said in the beginning, this is the blow up, baby. We trying to blow up, and not just in the gym, but in every aspect of our lives. And so I'm just happy to be able to share and document this process with you guys. So make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you try out this workout. Let me know what you guys think in the comment down below. And yeah, let me know what other types of videos you guys want to see. I'm ramping up the amount of content that I'm putting up on this channel. So if you're new, just make sure you check out the old videos that I put up. I got a lot of good ones I think you're gonna like. So thank you guys. I'll catch you on the next one. More heart, more hustle.